Hi, I'm Taylor, and in this vlog, I'm taking you to Seattle, Washington on a solo trip. And we're going to go over things to do, the costs, and whatever else comes up. So let's go.
Please like and subscribe.
I flew out of the tiny Hollywood Burbank Airport and into the Seattle-Tacoma SeaTac International Airport.
So that was an easy 2.5-hour flight, and now we're at the SeaTac Airport. And the next thing we're going to do is go to the hotel on the train.
To get from the airport to the downtown area, you can take Sound Transit's Link Light Rail, which departs around every 15 minutes. Adult fares are around $3, and trains run from 6 a.m. to around midnight daily.
Good morning. I'm just leaving the hotel room now. It's about 8:30 in the morning. It's 38 degrees outside and windy, apparently. We're going to take a morning walk. So let's go see Seattle. So up first, we're at Pike Place, which is where the public market is. This area is known for shopping, different food, but also for the location of the world's first Starbucks. And as you can imagine, there is already quite the line, which I decided to wait in because it looks like it could be way longer. At the first Starbucks store, the menu is pretty much the same, but the vibe is classic Starbucks otherwise. In my opinion, this location is most worth visiting if you're interested in specific Starbucks merch. So right across the street from the Starbucks is the public market, which is this covered area. And as you can see behind me, everyone's kind of setting up their booths. It's still early in the morning, but here you can buy food, souvenirs, and whatever else.
Pike Place Market has been a defining Seattle icon for a century. Come meet 70-plus farmers, 180-plus crafters, 220-plus independently owned shops and restaurants.
One thing that I did end up getting at the market was this Lucy Glow apple, which is a super sweet variety of apple that is pinkish in the middle. They were so good. It was just a strong, juicy flavor. I bought 2 of them and the total came out to be $4.20 each. Hey, I just wanted to quickly ask, if you're still watching this video, could you please like, maybe subscribe, and leave a little hey in the comments? I make a lot of vlogs and I love making vlogs, and I keep forgetting to ask for just a small bit of help from you all, so I'd really appreciate it.
Okay, bye.
And up next, we'll go to the Seattle Art Museum.
The Seattle Art Museum houses classic paintings as well as contemporary works and exhibitions. I cannot stress to you enough how big and varied everything was. It was only 2 floors, but there was so much in each room. I'm just going to keep cycling through the art on the screen for you to see because
Wow, this was worth the visit. Hands down, clap, 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 round of applause. Hands down, worth the visit.
Also, by the way, the tickets cost around $30, which is way expensive for me. This is not a cheap city, but there's Groupon, which honestly I've had good and bad experiences with in the past. But for Seattle, I was able to do this bundle of sites to get an overall cheaper price. So that was worth it. Look into it. And yeah, this was indeed a high quality museum.
Hello. I just wanted to pop in with a recommendation. So I'm not a foodie, but as I was walking around this morning, I saw Dahlia Bakery, which is there, and they have all of the bakery stuff as well as coffee. And I got this amazing veggie egg sandwich, which I would highly recommend. And I will give a few other food recommendations throughout this vlog, probably also from cafes, but we'll see. Everything I'm doing is in the same vicinity, and I'll show you the hotel later. But as I was walking, I realized that I only did a small portion of the public market, the portion along the water. But what I didn't realize is this shopping area extends a little further inland, and there are so many stores, including brick and mortar stores. It's just amazing, and I love it. If you love shopping, you'll love this. There's still so much to do, and I came back to the hotel because I'm just really tired, to be honest with you. I'm probably going to go run out and get another coffee, even though it's 4 p.m. It's really dark because, it's not really dark, but whatever. It's winter and we are reaching self-harm levels of coffee ingestion, but when in Seattle. And the reason I was going to get a coffee is because our next thing is the Christmas market. Hey, So it's totally cut off and unimpressive here, but this is the Space Needle, which we will see later. However, for now, the Christmas market is located in the same plaza, so let's go to that next. Guys, so this is so magical. So I've been to a number of Christmas markets, and some I loved, like the one I saw in Switzerland. Others are like small, but at least they tried. This one is just magical, and I did have to pay for entry. It was a timed ticket, but it is so worth it. It is so worth it. I'll be honest, kind of wish my mom were here. Good morning. It is Saturday, and we have a lot to do, but first I want to show you the hotel before I forget. So I am staying at the Hotel Max, which is located downtown. I took the train from the airport to the hotel, and the walk from the station was only 10-ish minutes. Pike's Place is 15 minutes away walking, and the Space Needle is 22 minutes away walking.
So I have this queen-sized bedroom. I will say the one thing that kind of bothers me about this room is that if you're here in the winter, the heater, and maybe it's just my heater, it's very loud, which was funny because when I came into the room, I saw that there were complimentary earplugs, and I was like, oh, that's so nice. But now I realize the heater's loud, the walls are kind of thin, but I like this hotel anyway. And I'll quickly show you the bathroom, which is small, not a lot of counter space, cute little shower, and let's see the rest. My hallway was Rockstar themed. Interesting choice. There was a small gym, which was usually empty, which is good because I did use it a tiny bit. Also, the lobby looks kind of cool. I got late checkout easily. Overall, I would say this is a good value hotel. I'm not very picky.
To be brutally honest, I'm not really looking forward to this next activity because it takes place on a boat and I get motion sickness, so I hope you like this one.
My name's Angelo. I'll be your narrator today. But before we get into that, I want to take a brief moment to introduce you to the crew and acquaint you with the boat you will be sailing on.
The Argosy Cruise Tour is a 1-hour narrated tour around the harbor. The boat has 3 levels. The bottom 2 levels are covered while the top level is open. I'm sure the top was beautiful, but it was so cold, so I don't know. I stayed on the middle level where the concessions and bar were, which had food, snacks, and beverages, alcoholic and non. We saw the city sights, a bunch of shipping containers, and a highlight of the tour was Mount Rainier, which apparently is only visible 9 to 10 days a year, so this was kind of special. I also got mildly seasick, but I, quite frankly, am not built for survival, so you should be fine.
So I'd say that was a good tour overall, and the tour starts and ends at Pier 55. Well, technically Pier 54. Anyway, either way, this is a big shopping area, so one of the highlights is the Great Seattle Wheel, which you can see there, and just a lot of other shops and more coffee, which is up next.
Seattle is known for its coffee. There are about 800 coffee shops here, and here are a few that I went to and would recommend.
There is Freya, which is a chain. I like it in particular because it has this hazelnut latte, which is sugar-free, which I enjoy. I also got this yogurt parfait, and other cafes include Fulcrum and these ones. Hey, so as I take you to our next location, I'm just going to romanticize Seattle along the way. My only issue is that I miss the sun.
Chihuly Garden and Glass is an indoor gallery of glass sculptures by artist Dale Chihuly. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's magnificent on the inside, but also kind of small.
So the tickets to these museums were way expensive, and honestly, it wasn't high on my list, but after being here and seeing it in person, I realized it's so much more beautiful than what I saw on the website, so worth it for me. Good morning, and this is my final day in Seattle, and the highlight of the day will be the Space Needle. But before we go there, I just want to share some of my tips and observations to help you have a better trip here. If you're coming to Seattle from the airport, consider simply taking the Link Light Rail headed north to downtown. Seattle is beautiful, but it also has weather, so check that in advance. It is 35 degrees right now, and it was rainy and then the 40s earlier in my trip, so consider coming to a cafe. Seattle has plenty. The coffee is great, it's strong, and it is pricey, which is to be expected, so. And if you're looking to get souvenirs, I would highly recommend the public market. And if you come to this little corner, there's also a great view. There are so many museums. This is a city of culture, and I've only went to a few of them, but there are a lot more, so.
And as a bonus, consider visiting the main branch of the Seattle Public Library, which is located downtown, and it is gorgeous.
And before we go to our final destination, I just want to say that I've been making vlogs for a while now, and this Seattle vlog is on my second channel. And if you're new to me at all, you might not know that I've made a number of different vlogs on my main channel to all of these destinations. So I would love it if you would check those out if those are your interests. Let's keep going. And we are here at the Space Needle. So this is a very expensive attraction, and it's one of the most popular. So you can get your ticket on Groupon like I did, and make sure even when you get it on Groupon to get a timed ticket in advance.
Somehow they built the Space Needle in only like 8 months, and it officially opened in 1962. It has 2 levels with 1 restaurant and a cafe, and obviously this is a must-see stop. Also, the floor rotates slowly.
Altogether, hands down, I'm a fan of Seattle.
Hands down, hands down.
Also, I want to continue making vlogs, so I would love and appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for joining.